Hey guys, what's up? Alright, so anyone who has been with my channel for a while or subscribed, hey, welcome back. Welcome to a new review with Chris. Anyone who's new to the MFL family, welcome, and I hope you enjoy the review. Alright, so tonight, as you can see by the title, we are doing Enter Shikari's A Flash Flood of Color. Now, I know many people have voted for Attack Attack on my music page, but I'll be doing that tomorrow. And not to disappoint anyone, it will be up, just like all the other ones I planned, but it's going to be a co-op review. I'm going to introduce new people to the channel, and it's going to be me and someone else doing it. So get used to it, because I'm going to try to do a lot more, because I feel like bringing more people into this will be pretty awesome. And I'm getting ready for it. So let's get to this album. Brit band Enter Shikari have been around since 2003 and have since then released 3 records. The 2 previous records were on Ambush Reality, those being Take to the Skies and Common Dreads. Now, both of these albums were great. Their first album was great, their sophomore album was great, but today we are here to talk about their brand new album. Now, as if anyone didn't know, in 2011, I think it was midway through 2011, Enter Shikari had actually signed to Hopeless Records. So they quickly started to get work on their album, and earlier, a few weeks, I do believe it was a week and a half ago, they released A Flash Flood of Color. Now, before we get into this review, I'm just going to say I'm doing a new thing. I'm explaining some songs on the album, why I really like them, and then giving an overall review of the album. So let's get to that. Okay, so starting out this album, we have System. Now this was an introduction track which started off with a soft piano, synthy kind of intro, and it had great lyrics by I can never say his name right either way. It was very catchy and it set a great start for what the album was going to be. And at about the 1:10 point in the song, it had this beautiful little part where he would explain what he wanted to be as a child. And it's kind of like you had to listen to it to be great, but I can listen to that song on repeat. It's just really, really good. Next is the second track on the album, which is called Meltdown. Now the intro leads right into the song where it picks up fast, and right away you hear this great little breakdown, as I'll say, because it's not like a heavy metal breakdown, it's just this little guitar and electronic kind of breakdown, which was great. It had a catchy chorus, catchy verse, and overall this song is just really, really catchy. You can get into it. Third on this album was Snake Pit, and I do believe this is one of the first tracks that they released with a live video, and it got a lot of great positive review from fans, and people loved it. I will say this has a very, you could really notice a really big electronic intro. It was leading into a bit heavier, just like Meltdown, with a great heavy second verse and another really catchy chorus, because the chorus on this album in general is very, very catchy. There is also some gang vocals in this song, which I really enjoy, because gang vocals for me is like a little weakness as well. Gang vocals are really cool and really catchy. I really like them a lot. Fourth off on this album was Search Party. Now, I will say this first off the bat, Search Party is definitely one of my favorite tracks on the CD. I will say, just like the first few songs, it has a very soft, it has a soft electric intro this time, with some really soft kind of vocals, and it's quickly leading into guitars and synth. It leads to a very slower pace kind of through the song. It also features more gang vocals, which I enjoy. It's just an overall beautiful song, and I gotta say the lyrics were amazing. And this shows a really, it's a softer shot of Rao, and the whole band, I mean, like, it was a great thing to hear. I never really hear a lot of slower kind of pace stuff from Enter Shikari. Like, I've heard some, but this is definitely, like, this album is a mature sign of that. Fifthly on the album was Arguing with Thermometers. Now, this is one of the second tracks, I do believe it's the second track released off this album, and most recently released a music video. I will say this music video kind of reminded me of, like, Anchorman for some reason. I just watched it and I kind of had to laugh, but it was it had a very serious issue and topic towards it. But you could really hear, like, the heavier side of this band. Like, this, I will say, it's probably one of the heavier songs on this album, and you could hear the anger in some of the vocals, and like how much emotion was actually put into this song, and it's really good. And it had such a variety of instruments. Okay, so we're going a bit to the end of the album now. We're going right to the last song. I won't explain every other song, but I will say that there are different songs. There's Statement, which is nice, another slow song. It's probably an argument on my second favorite song. I will say it's another soft one, beautifully written, beautifully performed. I love it a lot. Then there's Gandhi Made Gandhi, which has a very serious issue into the statement of the song. You listen to it, you can hear the lyrics, you can definitely hear what he's talking about. Warm smiles do not make you welcome here. This has just basically, catchy riff, solid vocals, so overall it's a good song. Then we had Pack of Thieves, which I almost skipped on this whole write-up that I had, which I was pretty dumb. But yeah, overall, another catchy song. Hello, Tyrannosaurus, meet Tyrannicide. This is probably actually a weird kind of song, because there's a lot of weird style guitars in it with synth, and a really good drum track, but overall, great song. Now, like I said, getting to the last track on this is actually Consolations. Now, it's a very, like I said, overall this album is so catchy. There's no other word I can use. Very catchy, there you go, it's a different word. It features another slow, soft intro, which one of my biggest weaknesses with bands like this who can do a heavy side and a soft side. I will say, it's a very calming start to this song. There were some great heartfelt lyrics. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole song. Now, if you get the deluxe edition, which I don't think you can buy on CD, because yeah, I couldn't find the deluxe edition. But if you do, you get two remixes of Snake Pit. And as well, you get Kel Surprise and Destabilize, which the band has released in the last year and a half as singles. Okay, like I said, getting into my thoughts of the album, I've explained the songs, doing what I thought they meant, and how they meant to me. But overall, I'm going to tell you this whole album and my opinion on it. I will say, Enter Shikari never disappoint. They have, no matter what they do, what they feature, what they put out, it's always amazing. They don't have like a set genre of music per se. I had to say, I can't put one finger on like what exactly kind of genre they are, you know? Also, like, they have such a multitude of instruments and how they perform and how they use them, and on stage performance, like, overall, it's definitely such an amazing band. Another thing I will point out about this album is the artwork. I look at this and I kind of get taken away. I wonder if I can focus it a little bit better. No, I can't. Either way, like, it's this triangle, which I've been kind of obsessed with since, you know, they've had talks this album and what they promoted. Beautiful album cover, I really enjoyed. I like it a lot. And yes, I will say I see a major improvement and a lot of maturity in this album, and as a band, I will definitely give this a solid 9 out of 10. It deserved it a lot. It's definitely their best album yet. I mean, Take to the Skies was a great introduction and show who they were, and Common Dreads is about the government and their thoughts on it, and also just a great, impactful CD. But A Flash Flood of Color cannot put into words how Enter Shikari has improved. They show they can mature. They have a soft side, a heavy side, an angry side, a happy side. They have every kind of side on this album. So either way, solid 9 out of 10. Make sure you go buy it, pick it up, check it out, and it's definitely worth it. I got it for like 12 bucks, so you know, it's definitely worth it. So thank you guys. Tell me what you think about it down below. Favorite tracks, if you like this album, what's their best album, favorite, you know, Enter Shikari song overall. You can tell me anything. I like your opinions. Expecting a review tomorrow. You guys pretty much already know what it is, so there's no point of even giving you a hint, because I already told you earlier. So yes, thank you very much. Go to my Facebook page. I'll be posting a lot of news on there. Keep up to date with bands and what's new in music. And because I don't get my my news pieces done a lot as I usually do, and I cannot stop stuttering. Holy shit. Either way, thank you guys very much for checking out this review. Tell me what you thought of it down below. Tell me anything you want. Tell me something random, music related. If you like panda bears, I like Batman. Charmander? Where's Squirtle? Holy crap, it's the Joker. Getting hyper. Either way, thanks guys. Remember, it's music for today, it's music for tomorrow, it's music for life. Rock on.